Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. On this particular cricket show today, I'll be talking about the Pakistan actually leveling the Test series 1-1 with an innings victory over New Zealand in the second Test match at Dubai. And Yasir Shah was the main figure who was making the headlines as he added 6 wickets to his first innings tally of 8 wickets to pick up 14 wickets. And there's only one Pakistan bowler who has done it in the past, having 14 wickets in the match, which was done by none other than the great former former great all-rounder from Pakistan, Imran Khan. So he joins the that particular band, one could say. Now, I'm going to talk about that, and then we'll have a look at some cricket news. So let's definitely dive into this particular match, the second test between New Zealand and Pakistan, where New Zealand the other day, as you know, Tom Latham and Ross Taylor were at the crease. So Tom Latham went on to make his 50, and then Tom Latham fell in some doubtful circumstances when he actually was the first wicket to go today, when one was not really sure whether he had got a nick onto the ball. In fact, Tom Latham was just caught behind by Sarfraz Ahmed of the bowling of Hassan Ali for 50 with 4 boundaries. Ross Taylor continued in his, but today one would say that after showing lots of aggression yesterday, he was a bit subdued today, and there was a phase of play when he became a lot more subdued, and then a sweep shot actually claimed his wicket as Ross Taylor shaped to actually sweep at the bowling of the tall Rada Murphy, Bilal Asif, and in the process Yasir Shah held the catch, and Ross Taylor was out for 82 with 7 fours and 1 6, Latham making his 50. And then it was only Henry Nicholls who stood there in the centre, defying the Pakistan bowlers and wanting to. He was there. I mean, as you know, 328 was the one that New Zealand needed to actually make Pakistan bat again. But well, he did his bit and went on to score 77 with 7 fours and 1 6, playing the sweep shot very well, and also some very good drives as well, and looked very confident in his stroke making. But then Henry Nicholls was the wicket that Pakistan wanted, and they got it as Hassan Ali was the one who got a ball, got some movement in, and it was a very slender bat and pad gap when Nicholls actually came forward, and the ball just snaked in through that slender bat and pad gap and went on to hit the off stump. But Nicholls was out for 77, but he was there till the end. In fact, Henry Nicholls was out, the score read 301 for 8. Watling made 27 with 2 boundaries when Yasir Shah actually got his wicket. Yasir Shah got into action there as he was given LBW, straighter one from Yasir, and that was the end of BJ Watling. Grandholm hit 2 fours in his 14 before being clean bowled by Hassan Ali. In fact, this ball was probably kept a bit low, and in fact Grandholm was trying for a big shot, and all that you could see is stumps being stumps really being clattered by Hassan Ali. But Grandholm made 14 with 2 boundaries. After that, East Sodhi was clean bowled by Yasir Shah for 4, as Yasir, in fact, it was East Sodhi actually exposing all his stumps and trying to sweep a delivery, and he was totally done in by Yasir Shah as he was clean bowled for 4. Neil Wagner was out for 10. He was caught by Hassan Ali of the bowling Yasir Shah. Again, it was the sweep shot that brought the downfall of Neil Wagner, and that was wicket number 5 for Yasir Shah as almighty heave wanted to have a big sweep at it, and the ball was bowled from the back of the hand, and it was Hassan Ali who took a good catch, one thought, because he had to sprint a fair distance to take that catch, and that was wicket number 14 in the match for Yasir Shah. Ijaz Patel was not out on fire, and finally Yasir Shah claimed the final wicket when Sarfraz Ahmed took a catch of the bowling of Trent Boult for naught, which brought this New Zealand innings to a close at 312, and with Pakistan getting an innings victory in the second test, leveling the series in a marvellous manner. And the patch was not easy to bat on, especially considering there was a lot of turn and bounce for the spinner, especially Yasir Shah. So Yasir Shah take a bow, 44.5 overs, 9 maidens, 143 runs and 6 wickets. Bilal Asif, his partner, 27 overs, 5 maidens, 61 runs and 1 wicket. Mohammad Abbas went wicketless, 15 overs, 7 maidens, none for 29. Hassan Ali impressed, 19 overs, 7 maidens, 46 runs and 3 wickets. Mohammad Hafiz, he was none for 6. Harris Sohail, none for 16. And Yasir Shah, very rightly, was named man of the match. So now the third test match of the series, which will be played in the UAE between Pakistan and New Zealand, promises a sort of a great contest coming up, as the series is right now level at 1-1. Now we will look at some cricket news here. As far as cricket news is concerned, as you know, India will be just getting to play one tour match against the Cricket Australia 11, and one has to say that Cricket Australia 11 that India is going to play does not consist of any big names, barring DRC Short, who basically predominantly is a T20 player. And in the past also, as you know, the Indian players, the Indian team has definitely mentioned that they need to play a team at full strength to get some match practice. But now this will be once again a team which is probably a third or fourth string team from the Aussies. A lot of names are not known there, and I'm also told that it's raining there, and the match has been delayed, the toss has been delayed, so that's not good news, especially considering that in probably a week's time, India will be taking on Australia in the first test match. Other than that, I think 6th of December is the first test match, if my calculations are right here. Now, talking about other cricket news, as you know, West Indies, who would be taking on Bangladesh in the second test match, with Bangladesh 1-0 in the test series after winning the first test match. Imrul Kais is out of the second West Indies test, and it would be seeing a sort of a debut for a new player, I reckon. And Stephen Smith, who still is serving the ban for Australia, will be playing in the Bangladesh Premier League 2019, and he will be joining the Comelia. And other than that, before the 2019 World Cup, Sri Lanka will get a chance to play in Scotland, and the T10 league, as it is happening in the United Arab Emirates, is really getting a lot of attention, and the T10 league is something one can call it slam bang cricket, because in T10 league, with only 60 balls to go, one can understand the amount of pressure on the batsman. It's all about I think it's all about connecting. If your bat connects to the ball sails out. The bowler might be lucky, the batsman might attempt a big shot and will be wicket. So it's all about hit out or get out as far as T10 matches are concerned. That is really gaining a bit of attention here, because it's going on. This tournament is right now underway in the United Arab Emirates, and it is really attracting a lot of attention as the match gets over very quickly. And the T10 league is also a low budget league, so it does not involve a lot of money as like the IPL or the Big Bash League or something of that sort. And the news that comes in is that the T10 league, which has just started in the United Arab Emirates, is now looking out for other markets. They are probably targeting the United States of America, England, and the South African markets to actually see whether they can sell it out to them. So the T10 league is something which has definitely caught the attention of people here because we have been seeing some matches. And as you know, Mohammad Shahzad the other day, as I told you, he actually finished off the match in 4 overs. Now, a person like Mohammad Shahzad of Afghanistan, if he gets going, you know, getting a match over in 4 overs, that is something that one could say that Mohammad Shahzad, it was a field day for Mohammad Shahzad. So basically, every ball that he was hitting was disappearing. So let's have, and the Mzansi Super League T20, which is happening in South Africa. Unfortunately, the 12th match between the NMBG and the CTB was actually, the Cape Town Blitz actually was abandoned without a ball being bowled. And the other thing that there's an United States of USA cricket player, the all-rounder Yasir Khan, has been suspended after showing disappointment at the decision when he was given probably out against Singapore. This was in the division, I think it was a WCL Division 3 match, just for the information. And other than that, dear fans and subscribers, I'm trying to see whether I can definitely give you some information. Let's have a look at as I was talking about the T10 league, the 15th match of the T10 league, which was played in Sharjah. This match was being played with the Rajputs and Maratha Arabians. Rajputs actually have been doing very well in this T10 league, and but the match was actually won by the Arabians by 10 wickets. So Rajputs actually batted first, and they totaled up 63 for 7 of their 10 overs. The highest scorer being Dunk with 15 of 9. That was 1 4 and 1 6. There was nothing to really talk about other than that. All single-digit scores from Shahzad 9, McCallum 7, Rusu 2, Brathwaite 2, Kareem Jannat 8, Rahman Mustafa Naraj 7, Qais Ahmed 1, Saad Shirzad 7. And the bowling, if you look at it, Rila van der Bauer 2 was 114, Gleason at 2 was 2 for 9, Rashid Khan 2 overs, none for 7, Faulkner 2 for 13, Bravo 2 overs. So as you know, only 2 overs are given to every bowler. And Maratha Arabians wiped off the target in just 5 overs flat as Hazratullah Zazai, the opener, smashed an unbeaten 29 of just 12 deliveries, 3 fours and 2 sixes. Alex Hayes was not on 27 of 18, 3 fours and 2 sixes, an identical one than that. And in 5 overs flat, the Arabians actually completed the victory. The bowling, O'Shane Thomas, the West Indian bowler, 1 over cost him 13, Tyleman Mills 1 over for 13, Saad Shirzad 1 over for 12, Qais Ahmed 1 over for 10, and Kareem Jannat none for 15. And the man of the match went to Richard Gleason. Let's see what is the reason Gleason got it. Yeah, Gleason bowled 2 overs, no maiden, 2 for 9. He picked up some important wickets. That of Mohammad Shahzad at the top, who is always can be a very dangerous player, and Qais Ahmed. And also, we'll also have a look at some other matches in the T10 league, time permitting. I'm just trying to see whether I can lay my hands on the second match of the T10 league, which is happening in the United Arab Emirates. This was one match, as I said, between Arabians and Rajputs. Arabians actually went on to actually win the match. Well, dear fans, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do justice to that. I have to definitely say that that's about it as far as today's cricket show goes. and with this cricket show, as you know, as you know, the cricket show is becoming regular now, and I'm really glad to do that, and really glad to bring you all the cricket happenings here. And I would be seeing you all tomorrow. Until then, it's good night. Thank you.